Katowice is amazing. It is the capital of Śląski province and an important hub of the giant Silesian region. If you are looking for true Silesian attractions and hidden spots to discover, Katowice is the city you must visit this year. It is classic yet charming, industrial and innovative hub, warmly welcoming everyone who really wants to discover what real Poland looks like. Make sure that you are subscribed. Let's travel the world together. This is very unexpected to everyone who first to Katowice. You won't believe where the Silesian Museum was built and what was prior. On that very place where museum stands today. Once there were elevators, escalators, photo cells, and the museum was the greatest example of interwar modernism. In 2007, Rigler Architecten Bureau proposed that the exhibition should be hidden 40 meters below the ground. And why is that? Architects really want to show to the public monuments that were part of mine, and by doing that, to open this public space which is today surrounded the museum. In 1999, the coal mine Katowice was finally shut down. But this is not a sad story. The museum was built on that very place with a coal mine erected. The main building of museum has 7 stories, 4 of which are above the ground. The heart of the museum with all exhibitions is located below ground level, and this has very symbolic meaning not only for museum but Katowice itself. After lots of centuries, what was most precious in Silesia was extracted from below the ground, and it is coal. Make sure that you have at least a couple of hours because there are lots of things to explore. With no doubt it is the symbol of the city, Silesian Insurgents monument. The size and weight is enormous. The monument weighs 61 tons. The monument commemorates 3 Polish armed uprisings against the German authorities of Upper Silesia. The monument has an original shape, an abstract sculpture of 3 flapping eagles' wings that symbolize the Silesian uprisings. Those uprisings took part in 1920, and 1921, and they led to a difficult road to freedom, using all the bravery and heroism of the insurgents. The monument was presented to the public on the 1st September 1967, and the entire structure was cast in the Technical Equipment Factory in Gliwice, which was specialized in this field. Nikiszowiec is truly unique. This is a district of Katowice that has over 100-year history, and lots of significant events happened there. At that time, it was the workers' housing estate, which was built in the years 1908-1915. The name comes from the Nikiszowiec, built in 1906. This estate was designed by cousins Jesse and Emil Zielman, authors of several other projects in the area, including the Garden City of Giszowiec, which is located a little bit to the south. As for Nikiszowiec, 3-story brick blocks were built, forming quadrangles with inner courtyards. And it's really surprising because what happened there? In those courtyards, people weren't just growing flowers, they literally had pigs there. They had some ovens and baked bread and did lots of very useful things, truly being entrepreneurs. It's almost like they had in their yards, besides their homes, which were farms and markets at the same place. And there is one more significant building, which is the former public laundry and managle. And this building is truly unique because at that time, people weren't allowed to have laundry rooms in their houses, so they had that huge laundry for the whole block. Today there is Department of Ethnology of the city. St. Mary's Street is Katowice's main high street, located literally in couple minutes walk from the Rynek or Market Square. Market Square is the center of the city. It is not that old, it dates in the late 19th century. During the communist era, some of the historic buildings were demolished to make way for modern service facilities. As of today, there is a network of streetcar tracks crossing the square in several directions. When it is this season, you will find on the Rynek all those little markets with local produce, delicious food, and lots of attractions for children. The main Christmas tree of the city also stands on this square on Christmas season. The first idea of Kościuszko Park was placed in 1888, and the size is impressive. It is 72 hectares. But the park wasn't that huge all the time. At the very beginning, it was this little 6-hectare municipal wooded park, but it has grown. And now you may see there 19 species of trees and shrubs, including linden, beech, cherry, rhododendrons, and azaleas. And of course, there are classic English gardens, including an avenue of roses and English flower beds. Once named Bismarck Tower, it changed its name to Lookout Tower. The tower was dismantled in 1934, and its elements were embedded into the foundations of the Katowice Cathedral under construction. At that time, and it was the end of 1930s, a wooden granary from Katowice from 1688 in the Pshina district and a wooden church from Serenia were brought to the park. This church truly gives its Gothic vibe. It's completely wooden and is a perfect spot to walk by and feel how it was to live in 17th century. Spodek is the true symbol of the city Katowice. It was opened in 1971 and was the largest and most modern sports and entertainment facility in Poland at that time. The newest renovation took place in 2009. And despite giving these truly Soviet vibes, today it's a modern facility which has a high-power luminaries, and it's possible to create dynamic lighting change into transmission. And this is resulting into hosting a lot of competitions. You've probably heard ESL tournaments, lots of sport competitions, artist shows and musical performances that are held there. And probably you are on the way to experience this and already booking your tickets to Katowice. Giszowiec is awesome. Understanding the location is a little bit complex, but the overall place is just beautiful, quiet, peaceful, and greenery as it's possible. And it's really old. Colonia Giszowiec was founded in 1907. The idea of Colonia was to serve German miners brought from central Germany. As it happened a lot in the old times, the center was a square, and around the square were schools, shops, post office, inn, administration of the estate, bathhouse, laundry, and lodging houses. Commercial and service buildings of the colony were designed in the same style as workers' houses, making the whole colony as a masterpiece. If you are willing to visit Park Silesia, make sure that you have the whole day for it. And if you have only like a couple of hours, it's truly better to do it by bikes because the territory is enormous and going by foot would take a long time. And the whole park and its history is truly impressive. Park has 3.5 million trees and shrubs, and it was only the first year of its establishment. 70 different plant species were introduced in the park. Poplar, willow, birch, black cherry and elderberry trees are amongst them. The idea of getting such a huge park is not that exciting because the area at that time was very polluted, and this enormous green zone was supposed to build a space with clear air and some quiet places. In total, 3.5 million tons of soil were moved to shape the area of the park, and 500,000 cubic meters of humus used to fertilize it. What you can find in Silesian Park. It is amusement park, zoo, planetarium, ethnographic park, Silesian Stadium, Elka Cableway. Is this everything that you can explore in Katowice and surroundings? Of course not. That is why I invite you to join me and my channel, subscribe, so you won't miss all beautiful places you can and must visit in Katowice and overall in Poland. See you soon on this channel. Bye.